Hello and welcome back to the Lupo build. This is part, can't remember, it's been such a long time since anything's been done on the Lupo, videoing it, any of that sort of thing. I'll be honest, I don't quite know where we're at with it. I don't know what's left to be done. I do know there is an awful lot to do. So today, just gonna have a good look around the car, see what's going on, make some progress on some bits that need to be done today whilst we've got a little bit of sunlight left. I say a little bit of sunlight left, it's midday, so like the rest of the day is ready, I suppose. So yeah, so we're going to crack on with it. Let's go, let's do it. Whatever the intro for this channel is, roll it now. I think the best place to start is just to look at where the Lupo is, what condition it's in, where it's at, I suppose, and we might as well start off at the front with the engine. So taking a look here, obviously the engine is in place, but there's lots of stuff around the engine that still needs to be done. It needs to be wired in for a start. We need to sort out our booster. We've got to trim this mount down slightly. There's some youth on a 125. You must be able to hear that. Anyway, back to the car. So the engine's in, needs to be all wired up, plumbed up, all of that sort of stuff. I mean, there's pipes going to whoever knows. The brakes need sorting, pedal box needs putting in as well. Gear linkage is on at the engine side, but it's not on at the thingy side. I don't know what you call that. Inside. The car is currently situated on 4 jack stands, which just makes it really easy to get underneath and do any bits and bobs that need to be done underneath. It's probably going to sit like this for a little while, just because it makes it so much easier to like get on and do stuff. Right, we're underneath the car. There's the gear linkage coming through here. There's our stick. So we need to mount it here now. It goes up and in, and then obviously we get stuck on the front ones there. This does meet the mounting plate that the Lupo one was on, but on the front we've got these two pins here. Sorry, I'm like moving the camera. I'm moving the camera all over the place because I'm upside down. So we've got these two threads here. These do not line up with either of these. I mean, if you put it in one, it'll be all off the center. And it sits really low down, so I'm thinking that we cut this off, and then drill some new holes in here. I've just heard you need to cut off the tabs and drill some holes. Nobody explains which which tabs you cut off and which holes you drill. So if we get it wrong, we're gonna have to buy a welder and learn how to weld. But you know, that's all good fun and that's all part of doing the build. So let's get out the angle grinder, get on our safety protection, and let's go. Okay, so this is the only cutting disc I've got left, which is on the grinder, which, to be fair, it's a little bit chewed up. It probably would be okay, but the main problem is there's not really a lot of distance here, just because it's been used quite a bit, so it's worn down quite a bit. So I just don't know whether I'll get the clearance. I've struggled recently with the last few things I've cut with clearance, so I'm going to try and get a fresh disc. But I've also got safety goggles and earplugs. Just don't joke about safety. I mean, if you want to just go in with the safety squints and like a finger in the ear, that's fine, but I value my eyes, I value my ears, so I wear the right stuff. So I just need to go to the shop and get some new discs. So I got the discs. Yeah, let's get some cutting. Hello there. Right, so what I've done was cut away those tabs and just kind of whacked it in place, because I couldn't get close enough to fully cut the whole tab off, so I'll probably have to grind that out later. But yeah, it's sort of wedged in, so we can see where we're at. We'll get our movement here. It's actually a really good location, so we could probably just stick with bolting to the back 2 mounting points, and then drill our 2 holes up here to line up with the threads there. So let me see if I can get this in here. That's the tab that was cut, so we can just refine that cut. Yeah, just take away the rest of that material with the grinding one I've got, and then yeah, we'll probably have to take all this stuff off just so we can get a nice clean cut out of it. But yeah, some progress, nice. So I've taken the mount, cut the mount out, cut the bit off the top, and I've got this chunkier just grinding disc. We'll just work away at those bits to get them all gone and smooth. I'm going to do one of those transitions because why not? I'm on YouTube. So here we go. They're not perfectly flush, and I just knocked that top one back because it's quite hard to get the grinding disc in, but it allows me clearance to get the linkage up in there, so that's okay. Now I'm having a bit of trouble figuring out where to locate those holes, so what I'm probably going to do is, I found a tin of paint. If I can grab it, there we go. So it's just some red paint, so then I'll dip some on the ends of here, and then I'll put it into place, and that should leave me with 2 red marks, and that is where I'll know where to drill, and then we should be good to go. So let's crack on with that. Right. Now I need to try and do it and not touch it anywhere else. I need to make sure I line it up and then press it up. So let's get that in first. It's not bad. One of them is a slightly bigger dot than the other one. So there we go. There's our first dot. There is our second dot. This one is very small. The other bit, that's just like a... Actually, I think that's where I must have pushed it up and hit it before. So we got our red dots there and there. So now we know where to cut. However, in here we've got this rubber bit with the sound deadening underneath it, and if I'm going to drill holes up through here, I'm going to need to remove this. Now this is like, this goes down quite a long way, and actually it's basically under the entire carpet. So either I pull all the carpet out, which is going to mean taking an awful lot of stuff off, or I try and carefully cut around this, take it out, drill the holes, and then put it back maybe, or put something else there in place. I mean, I would love to get the whole carpet out anyway and dynamat the whole thing, but that's going to come at a later stage. So yeah, I think I'm just going to cut this for now. So I've drawn a line with some pen, and then I just thought, oh, I'll grab some scissors and see if that works, and it is kind of cutting. It's tough, but we are getting through it. So So that's been cut out, and we've got a bit of an ugly hole, but we will rectify this at some point. In fact, I might end up just cutting it out to the line around the carpet. I honestly can't remember what was here. Maybe something is going to cover it in the end, like a bit of center console. Can't remember a thing. So yeah, might as well just get the shifter mounted, and then we can just work it out when the time comes. So annoyingly, I actually don't have any drill bits for cutting through metal. And even more annoyingly, I don't have any that are up to the diameter that I need, because maybe I could try and fudge it through with a different drill bit. It might make a mess, but I actually don't have one that will be the right diameter to then put my bolt holes through, or my bolts through. So for today, I'm just going to call it like done on the doing stuff side of things. I'm going to tidy out the interior, get rid of all the crap that's in here, store it away somewhere safe, and then just finish off my list of this is where we're at, this is what needs to be done, and then how to move forward. So yeah, thank you for watching this update video. We're going to have a few more of these ongoing, just as bits go by, we'll just get them done. No like lengthy wait periods between it. We're gonna just be consistent, get this thing done, get it on the road, boosting, making mad power. We're gonna enjoy it. This build originally has a massive goal, vision I suppose, of what this car is going to be like. It's gonna be a bit of a process because it is a driveway build, but we're super excited to get it finished and just have an absolute blast of it.